people are entering, I have to concentrate on them. Since I am in the cell now, it comes on the screen. I have to make them to enter into that.
Okay, sir. Okay. No, Jayaraman sir, you don't bother about it. You just please go ahead with your introducing part.
No, it comes on the screen. So
no, it's okay. You don't bother about it, sir. I've asked Rajesh to. Rajesh, please remove him as a co-host. Rajesh, please remove him.
Okay, now I think today prayer is there, no? Prayer?
No, sir, no.
Right. Okay. Now, okay. Good evening to all. I welcome our Sunanda and Vijay for our session. I'll just give brief about them. Sunanda, she has completed her undergraduation in physiotherapy from the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University and post-graduation in physiotherapy from SRM University. She has specialization in pediatrics. And Vijay has completed her undergraduation and post-graduation in physiotherapy from the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. She has a specialization in neurology. She also holds a MSc Psychology from the Madras University. Having worked for more than 15 years, Sunanda and Vijay joined and focus on preventive geriatric healthcare and started Growing Young, a preventive healthcare company, and they have been successfully transforming lives of many elderly for the last 5 years. The duo aspire to provide holistic wellness to the elderly and strongly believe that active aging is healthy aging. They have been regularly conducting the fitness program for seniors. The program has been very successful in Bangalore and Chennai, and now with a pandemic, they started the classes on a virtual platform. They have also addressed and delivered awareness talks on various topics to many retirement communities like Ashiana Shubham, Vedant, Kove Care in South India, Alumni Association of Government College of Engineering, other senior citizen clubs like Silver Talkies, Mother Sangam, many branches of Dignity Foundation. They have also delivered talks to Chennai Public School, emphasizing on physical activity in children, and Tapams, a corporate company emphasizing on wellness amongst its employees. And I welcome once again Mr. Sunanda and Vijay, and over to them. Please take over, Mr. Sunanda and Vijay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. A very warm good evening to one and all present here. Thank you, Merita, for giving us this opportunity again. So we are indeed extremely happy.
Sunanda, mic.
Okay. We are indeed extremely happy to be part of the Dignity Foundation family once again. So we've already been with you on a webinar, as well as we have, spoke to you directly in different parts of Chennai, once in Mandavali and once in Ananagar. So it's just again to us with the same family. So really happy to know. Vijay, can you share the screen now?
Yeah.
So today, what we are going to talk is about the role of exercises in mental health. So that's the topic for the day. We all know and we all realize that exercise is very important for our physical health. But what role does it have in the mental health? So that is what we're going to see today. So there is a quote by Marcus which says, "It is exercise that alone supports the spirits and keeps the mind in vigor," right? To keep our mind active and in always in an active young state, it is very, very important that we exercise, right? On a stressful day, we all go for a walk. And once you come back, you feel much good. Is it because of the interaction with the nature? Is it because we get some, fresh air? Or is it some science playing in our body and a lot of hormones being released? So there is a scientific basis behind, why when we exercise, we feel good, right? There's so much of science into it, and that is what we are going to have a look today. Next slide, please. I'm audible, right?
Yeah, yes, Sunanda.
Okay. So here is our little story. So we, Sunanda and Vijay, we have about 15 to 18 years of experience in physiotherapy, and we have seen clients of different age groups and mostly seniors with different problems, right? So each had a different degree of independence and activity, right? For example, we have seen a 60-year-old person being a little sick and not being independent, whereas we have seen 80-year-old person who was very independent, right? So there is a difference. The age is not the only thing that determines how independent and how active you can be. So there is some other factor that can help us determine it. So, having seen so many patients, we saw a strong positive correlation between exercise and independence. So, the more physically active you are, it would mean you can be more independent, right? So, what was lacking amongst the senior citizens is this: there was no right guidance given. How much to exercise, how to exercise, what to exercise, and what not to exercise. And that's how we started our journey, the Growing Young, a program for senior fitness. Right? We started in Bangalore and on our very small steps, and slowly we have taken giant strides over the years. And our relentless passion to make and create a stronger senior community has driven us so far. So we really are really happy and take pride in saying that we have touched about close to 1,000 plus seniors and addressed more than 25 plus forums of senior citizens, right? So this is a small story about us. Now what happened is, so this was all initially live classes, and now with this pandemic, right? But a lot of advice and advisory committee are advising the senior. I think a lot of people were discussing even now at the beginning, all the seniors are locked inside. So initially we thought it was only for 2 months, and so we were happy with the family time and other times. And after the 2 months, it extended and extended. It's almost now a year has gone by, and still we still have a lot of restrictions because of this COVID-19 situation, right? So this, what has this pandemic actually caused? On one side, there is an infective pathology. The other side, being locked inside the room, is going to create a bigger pandemic, which all of us fail to see in the future, right? The possibility of the non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension increasing is very, very high, because we've all moved into a sedentary lifestyle. And that is why we started this fitness program online. We're really, really happy to say that we started with just about 5 6 people in the month of June 2020, and today we have close to 70 plus people with us attending our online sessions. Next slide, please. So why physical activity for a mental health? So that is what we're going to see now. So exercise, we all know exercise is going to cause some kind of a physical stress. So does it help in mental stress? Yes. So we have the great philanthropist Alexander Pope, who said, the strength of the mind is exercise and not rest. The more you rest, the more weak you become. Next, please. Vijay, are you there? So I hope I'm audible. Yes. So what happens with physical activity? So when you are able to grade and do it in a controlled manner, the physical activity will surely release your stress, right? So that is why physical activity is very important. So even before you have a problem, even if before you have the stress or anxiety, if you are regularly exercising, you can keep it away. And suppose there is a problem already come there with us with a lot of stress and anxiety. I'm sure a lot of us are having it these days, given, thanks to this COVID situation, which has made us not interact much with others. And we're living a very secluded life, right? This has caused a lot of stress amongst many seniors, and exercise will definitely help in relieving the stress, right? So physical is activity is not only going to help us with our physical well-being, but it is also very, very important to maintain a good mental health. So next, so what happens is, why the alarming fact is that the World Health Organization has given specific recommendations, right? How much you have to exercise. For the seniors, they recommend about 150 to 300 minutes of exercise every week. Are we doing it? How many of us actually go to that 150 to 300 minutes? Not many, right? So this is a challenge, and we know that among in the worldwide, only 1/3 or 1/4 of the population actually meet the required amount. So this is a challenge that we are facing, and we try to reach this target through our exercise program. Vijay, next please. Next.
Yeah. So we are going to see now how the exercises are going to benefit for our brain health. Okay. You already know that exercises is good for your body. We all know that, right? Physical exercises are good for our body. But did you know it can do benefit your brain also? That's what we are going to see now. Just a second. Yeah. So first point, what we are going to do, see about what we are going to see is, how it is having a role in reducing our stress, right? Stress is a very, very big factor nowadays in our life, right? So how the exercises are helping in reducing the stress. Usually when one person is in stress, there are physical symptoms, right? The neck pain, back pain, and the muscle pain, one kind of fatigueness. These are all the physical symptoms of stress, right? So the physical symptoms can even worsen the stress again. That's what it's happening. So when we are doing the exercises, what is happening is the hormone called endorphin, it is secreting in our brain, and it is helping us to reduce the stress. To reduce the stress level, it is helping. By doing the exercises, what we are doing is we are relieving our muscle tension also. The next one is the sleep improvement. Automatically, when we are feeling relaxed and when we are feeling, relieved from the tension, the sleep quality will improve. The next one improves mood. We can improve the mood. Can you believe we can improve our mood by doing the regular exercises? When we are doing the exercises consistently, really we can improve the mood. Yes, again, the same point. It has the very good influence in improving the mood. The endorphins, dopamine and serotonin. These hormones, they are secreting in the brain, so it can improve our mood. And the next one is self-esteem. What is self-esteem, right? Self-esteem is how we feel about ourselves, right? And how we perceive ourselves, right? So it is an indicator of mental well-being. When we are having the very good self-esteem, our mental well-being is good, right? So physical activity has shown a very good positive influence on our self-esteem. And the next one is lowers our depression, right? So exercise is a powerful depression fighter for several reasons. What we can say is, it promotes all kind of changes in the brain, including the neural growth, and it can reduce the inflammation and a new activity pattern that promotes feeling of calm and well-being. So these are all the role of exercises in our, mental well-being. So there are few research studies it is showing, it's a proven study. The first one is lack of exercise. We don't have a exact study of our Indian population. When we are taking the Australians, only 29% of the Australians exercise or play sports twice a week, while hardly half of them exercise enough to gain health benefits, right? So exercise can fight mental disorders like stress, depression, anxiety, and helps, it can elevate the mood. This is the, result of the research study. The next one is 20 to 25 minutes, not much, just 20 to 25 minutes of single set of mild or moderate aerobic exercises. It can give the positive feeling and it can dispel the negative mood. This is also a proven study. Okay, when we are saying about moderate exercises, it should not be very mild. Moderate means you can work out if you are working out 10 to 15 minutes continuously. After that, you should not be able to, talk continuously. That is the moderate activity we say. So 20 to 25 minutes of exercises is enough to elevate your mood. And the next one is runner's high. So what we call as runner's high is, exercise helps releasing chemicals in your brain that work together to make you feel good. That's what we were, talking about. The chemicals include endorphin, serotonin, and dopamine. These are all have a very good effect on our, to elevate the mood and reduce the depression and reduce the stress. It all having the role. Okay, when we are saying exercises, what type of exercises we can do, right? There are many types of exercises. So particularly which type of exercises can help you and how it is helping you to reduce these, stress and depression. That's what we are going to see now. Okay, the first one is, any type of exercises, it can help. Okay, so we cannot say particularly this way, this is helping. Any type of exercises, it can help. So usually what we say is any exercise, it can use a large muscle group in a rhythmic and repetitive fashion. How in yoga we are saying when we are doing the breathing, slowly and regularly in a rhythmic fashion, it is giving you the relaxation, right? Like that, this is called muscular meditation. When we are using the large group of muscle in a rhythmic manner and repetitive manner, it is giving you a very good relaxation. Okay, so the first one, we can say the breathing exercises, and the next one is stretching exercises, and the next one is aerobic exercises. Now we are going to see how it is helping you to reduce the stress. Okay, so the first one, breathing exercises. Simple breathing exercises. You see, when one person is in stress, first we can notice that the breathing pattern is erratic. It is not a deep breathing. It will be a very shallow and erratic breathing, right? That is the response to the stress. We can, make out on seeing the breathing pattern. Are they really in the stress like that? Okay, so very slow and deep, breathing exercises. Like usually when we are doing the breathing exercises, we do the deep breathing. So by practicing that deep breathing exercises, we can, relax ourselves. The next one is, at what time you can do, these are all the questions it will come. So you can do it any time in any place. Regarding the breathing exercises, you can do it at any time and any place. Just we have to, do the deep breathing. That's it. And another thing, you don't need to do, when we are in stress, immediately if we sit and do that, it will go. It's not like that. We should make as a practice. Before that, when we are practicing the breathing exercises regularly, so when we are in stress, when we do that, it is giving you more effect. Okay, so if you feel it is helping you in reducing the stress or it is giving you a relaxation, You can repeat it in a day 4 to 6 times a day. You can repeat it. The next one is stretching exercises. So stretching exercises, how it is helping you, right? So when we are doing the regular stretching, it can improve the blood flow to the muscles and it can give you the calmer mindset. It can increase the energy level. So it is giving you the sense of liveliness. So totally we are getting a better health out of it. Okay. So another thing what we can say is, usually one person is in stress, what is happening is automatically as a defense mechanism, the muscle will get tightened. When we are practicing the stretching exercises regularly, it is helping us to relieve the tension in the muscle. Okay, in that way, the stretching exercises are very helpful in our, reducing the depression and the stress. And the other exercises, what we talked about is aerobic exercises, right? So again, the same, when we are doing this aerobic exercises in a moderate level, in the brain, there is a secretion of the hormone called endorphin. So it can counter depression, it can dissipate stress, and it can reduce the stress hormones. So we will get the better psychological health. It is helping us. The other exercise, what we can specify here, other than these three type of exercises, is brain exercises. Okay, there are particular set of brain exercises. It can help you, to be in better mental health. So some research has shown that there are many ways you can, improve your mental sharpness, and you can, to stay mentally healthy. We can do many set of exercises to improve our brain health. So by incorporating these brain exercises into our daily life, we can challenge our mind and we can sharpen our cognitive skills. By the aging, in the process of aging, what is happening is there are little degeneration, it's happening in our body. But by practicing these set of exercises, we can improve that. And another wonderful thing we have is our brain plasticity, right? Plasticity means, it can adapt or it can change at any time, at any given time, like when we aged also, you can improve your brain, power. There is a proven study. It's not, it's not like, I'm already aged. No, even as you grow older, the brain plasticity allows it to adapt and change. So you can create and strengthen neural pathways, new neural pathways and new networks, always by practicing and by, doing the repetitive movement, we can make it. The brain training exercises. So what is the other effect of this brain training exercises? It can improve our coordination. We all know that there is a left part of brain and right part of brain, right? So there should be a coordination between the two sides of the brain. So by doing these exercises, we can improve our coordination. And yes, in the end, the relaxation or the meditation we can call, that can help, that meditation improves our brain chemistry while doing the relaxation. Yes, Sunanda.
Yeah. So now we know for physical activity helps our mental health, right? And we have also seen how it can, how what kind of exercises can be done and how does it benefit. For example, we saw the aerobics, we saw stretching, we saw breathing and brain exercise. So how does it help is also we have seen it. Now we have everything with us now. Now, how do we start exercising? Right, the biggest problem that we have is inertia to begin. Right, there is always a hesitation to begin. Once we start it, exercise is actually an addiction. You cannot be without exercising. That is the fact known to many. So here are a few tips that we are giving to you on how to start an exercise program. The first and foremost, don't overdo it. See what happens. I decide to exercise. I go, I start running, I start walking for 7, 8 kilometers on day one. When that happens, what happens immediately? I get a pain on my legs, I get muscle cramps. And what happens then? I try to push back the exercise, right? This is what can happen. So any exercise when you're doing, make sure it is graded. You start, it is day one of walking, start walking slowly to your comfort, then slowly increase the distance, and then slowly increase the speed. It's very important that we listen to our body uh, before we do our exercise. The second point, make a commitment to your exercise plan. So you can probably schedule a workout plan. Am I audible, Vijay?
Yes, Sunanda.
Okay. Uh, okay, there's a message in the chat box. That's why I checked. So make a commitment to your exercise plan. So you can probably chart out an exercise. Say today, day one of the week, I'm going to walk for 15 minutes. Day two of the week, I'm going to walk for 17 minutes. Just a 2 minutes graded increase is enough. And then day three, I'm going to walk for 19 minutes. So this way, make a chart for yourself and try to stick to it. The next, know that your motivation may change at different stages of your exercise plan, right? When you start exercising on day one, you might feel so excited. On day two, there might be a little less. That's okay. It happens for every one of us. So listen to it. Based on your motivation, you can always take it forward. And schedule your workout when your energy is the highest. So we all have a different pattern of energy levels. For example, some of us are early bird risers, so we prefer to get up early in the morning. So there are people who stay late in the night, right? Each of us have our own biological clock. So based on that biological clock, and when you feel at whichever point of the day your body is at its best, try to exercise during that time, right? Next slide, please. Focus on activities you enjoy. So there cannot be a single plan for everyone. So each of us will have our own preferences, and we'll have to, some may prefer swimming, some may prefer walking, some may prefer the gym. Whatever be it, whatever you enjoy, try to do it. So when you do that, it will ensure that you are able to sustain it and do it for a longer time. Next is reward yourself. So reward yourself. Yes. So you continuously walk for 7 days in a week. Give yourself a chocolate. Give yourself a sweet. It is a well-deserved gift for all of you, right? So we all need that little boost at every point of our life to move on. So reward yourself, or take a break. Go to a restaurant, have a good lunch. So that's how you do it. Next, make exercise fun part of your everyday life. So just consider exercise to be fun. Don't you should not be taking as if somebody is forcing you to do something. It's more like you take it up as a fun, and then it becomes more easier for you to sustain it and do it for a longer time. Finally, keep experimenting. There are different ways to exercise, multiple ways to exercise. Only thing is we'll have to learn what suits us the best and continue with it. So okay, one day you can try a little bit of dancing, one day you can try a little bit of aerobics, one day you can try swimming, walking, whatever it is, it's up to you. So just keep trying, keep experimenting, and maybe one day you will find out which interests you the most and you can pick up something like that. Next slide, please. So here is a small quick tip for all of you. So as seniors, the biggest challenge that we face is, biggest questions that we have in the mind. How should we exercise? Will I get injured if I exercise? Will my pains get worse if I exercise? So these are some common questions all of us will have in mind. So professional guidance, you have the right people to recommend what kind of exercise to be done. That will help you to systematically exercise. So our body needs different types of inputs, different types of exercises to keep yourself fit, right? So a professional will definitely help you and guide you on how to exercise. Also, a professional will be able to distinguish, like each person is different, right? One person it may be suitable for them to do this, the other person it might not be suitable for them to do it. So only a professional can say who can do what and who can do what not. So it is very, very important that you get the professional guidance and exercise systematically. So in that way, what happens is you can also get the maximum benefit, and also the possibilities of injuries are very, very minimal, right? What we would like to say is you can stop the clock, right? It is not that you cannot stop it. We can control the process of aging. We can, we can control the effects of aging with physical activity. Active aging is the best way to age. And the mantra is stay active, and stay active. Next slide, please.
Yeah. Now, see, actually, yes. So the physical exercises, when you come to exercises, not only, like, okay, today's topic is role of exercises in mental well-being, right? So actually it is having an impact on our physical health and mental health, right? So our well-being, when we talk about our well-being, it is our physical health and mental health. So when our physical health and mental health both are, when it is good, when we can have a, very good quality of our life, we can improve our quality of our life. That is what we all need, right? That is the thing we need. So, see, as we told in our introduction, me and Sunanta, we both started, we realized, the need of this physical activity in the older people. And, we started, this initiative called Growing Young. Okay. So initially we started as a live program, and we used to have the classes in the clubhouse or community hall, or like in the live classes, people will come and attend the classes with us. What we have seen in those people, after taking the program, in the period of 2 to 3 months, we have seen a very good improvement in them. We have seen a very good, the stamina improvement, and socially they are happy, and we have seen a very good change in the people. So what we did is, slowly we designed a very good program for them as a holistic fitness program for the senior citizens. Why only the younger people do, should do the fitness? This is for everyone, right? So slowly we came up with the idea, and we designed a customized fitness program for the senior citizens. So why we are saying this here is, many people believe that in the old age, this is not the age to do the exercises like that, right? So in any age, we can start doing the exercises, and what we have seen is it is benefiting, the people who are joining the session and who are doing with us, they are benefiting from the program very good. That's what we are seeing this. So just to tell about our program, what we do is, we included all kinds of exercises. We usually starts with warm-up exercises, and we have breathing exercises, stretching exercises, and various kind of strength training, like upper limb strengthening, lower limb strengthening, neck strengthening, core strengthening, right? And we do have aerobics also. Aerobics in the sense, it is not the aerobics like with a jumping and running movement and all. This is the aerobics, in the sitting position in the chair or in the standing position in a milder way, right? But still, you can pump up your heart to improve your cardiac health. And we have exercises to improve your balance, and to improve your, as we discussed before, brain exercises, right? To improve the coordination between the left brain and the right brain. So all the exercises are included. And we do have Surya Namaskar. The Surya Namaskar is in the altered way. It is not the original one. That is also in the sitting position, and it is in an altered way. And we do have in the end relaxation. So, we were doing it online, and in this pandemic, what happened? We had to stop the program, right? So, the clients, the old clients of us, they asked us to start, do something because they were all bored and, they wanted to do something. So we started online. And what we have seen is first, in the beginning, we also, thought, how it will work for the senior people, the online program, how it will work and everything we were thinking of. But in a period of month, what we realized is it's going very smoothly and good through the online. So we slowly extended the program, and now we have clients in the, from many states all over India. They are attending and they are all very happy and, very satisfied clients. That is, we are very happy about it. And the another thing is, when we are doing the exercises, consistency is very, very important. Like few people, what they do, okay, I'm going to start exercises, and the first few days they will do the exercises, and after that, just they will stop it, right? So it will not work in that way. Okay. See, maybe the people who don't even exercise till this, when they start exercises, maybe, after the first or second session, yes, you can get the pain. Don't worry about it. That is just the muscle soreness, don't worry about it. When you are continuing, only thing is you have to increase it gradually. Okay, in a gradual manner, when we do the exercises in consistent manner, yes, you will get a very good benefit out of it. Yes, Anna?
Yeah. This is what we found. We did a small study amongst our clients to find out how our exercise program is actually benefiting them. So we have people with us who are from 55 and to our oldest uncle is 88 years old, right? So this is what we found. The agility. So you can see a downward going graph, right? A downward growing graph means it is going to help you. So what is agility? So agility is something, the speed with which you do something. Okay. Say for example, you want to get up and open the door. How fast can you do it? Or when you're sitting, you're standing and you suddenly lose your balance. How quickly your muscle can act? That is all agility. How quickly can you catch a ball that is thrown to you? That's an agility. So these are different ways of agility. So we found that agility improved with regular exercise. That is, like, we found that you will be our clients were able to react much better with exercises. So they became a little faster in their reactions, which is very, very positive. Secondly, aerobic. Right? We all go for a walk. Most of us go for a walk. But are we walking in the right way? No, most of the time we walk the talk, right? We kind of walk and keep talking, chatting on the phone or on while with our friends. Mostly it is like that, or rather, we go at a comfortable pace, at a pace that is comfortable. We don't exert ourselves to go for a walk. Now, what happens is with regular and consistent aerobic exercises, what has happened is this endurance, that is the power of the our lungs and the heart has increased. So we see a 3.9% improvement in aerobic endurance with regular exercise. So that is the second important point. So how is this aerobic endurance going to help us in our daily activity? Say, for example, the most common complaint that we have among seniors is, I am becoming breathless when I climb the stairs. I am becoming breathless when I walk fast, right? All this is because of reduced aerobic endurance. And we can, with regular exercise, we can note almost 4% increase in the endurance. Next slide, please. So it is not these alone. The other parameters that we checked was the upper limb strength and the lower limb strength. So what happens with upper limb strength? So there are a lot of people who complain. I used to buy groceries and vegetables and I used to carry them to my house. Now my hands are so weak, I'm not able to lift that 5 kg bag. Why does this happen? So with aging, what happens? You can, the muscles go for a weakness, causing less strength. right? So with regular exercise, we have found about 6.5% increase in the upper limb strength. So which means you can carry a grocery bag by yourself with ease. Fine. Next, we have also the lower limb strength. So we've heard seniors say, like, I used to walk for 6 kilometers every day. Today at 2 kilometers, I'm finding my legs becoming tired. I feel that I have to sit down. Why does this happen? Again, because of our muscles becoming little weak on the leg side. So with regular exercise, what we found amongst our clients, so about a 1.3% improvement in the strength. So this is just for a period of 6 months if you have noted from June to December, right? If you consistently exercise for a longer time, we are very confident that the change that is going to happen in you is going to be tremendous, and it will be immensely useful in being independent in your life. Next slide, please. So here, this is a testimonial from a client of ours, Dr. Roshan. She's a pathologist. She has been with us for almost 2 years now. And what she has stated about us is they have a clear agenda. So we have a clear plan every day. We have a program plan specific for our group so that every every problem is being addressed. So that is what she has told. They have a clearly laid out agenda for each session. And she also says the program has benefited in terms of flexibility, mobility, and also endurance. Next slide, please. So this is Saro Jain auntie. She is from Noida. So she is actually a yoga therapist, and she is very, very regular in practicing yoga every day. She was quite speculative when she joined us. She was not too sure about how it is going to help her. Yeah, and finally, after attending our program, she said, I will try for 2 weeks and then decide if I have to be part of it. And then she started the journey with us, and she's extremely happy. And this is what she's saying. She says she's gained a lot, and the classes are systematic and able to provide controlled body part movements. So various exercises for core strengthening, breathing has improved her physical condition. And again, here is coming to a point. She says she's feeling energetic, and also it reduces the stress. Right. So here is a testimonial which proves that, with exercise, the stress comes down. Right. We also have a few members of Dignity Foundation. Hemalata auntie is not with us. We also have Dr. Shobha with us today. Dr. Shobha, are you there?
Sunanda?
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time while
Doctor... She's here.
Yeah, by the time while Dr. Shobha is starting, they are asking for us demo also, so you get ready for
I will speak now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, Dr.
Okay,
Shobha.
I joined this course only after seeing you do a presentation in Dignity Foundation long time back. And I joined and I thought that when you said aerobics and all, it will be very... Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I thought it will be very difficult and all that. But the routine that you both are providing is excellent. And when you make us sit on the chair and do, it is very comfortable. And as you vary it, each part you do strengthening, relaxation and all that, it is really very easy to follow. Initially, I was very hesitant when I heard the word aerobics, but you both are doing it really well. And it is split into 4 parts. First we do warm up. Then we do aerobics. No, we do some strengthening exercises, and then we do aerobics, and then again one more set of exercises. And they are all well planned, coordinated, and they watch out. If somebody is struggling, they ask them to relax. And I find it really useful. I find my blood circulation is well maintained. My body parts are all moving properly. And because I'm there for that 1 hour, mentally also I feel very involved and coordinated and all that. So I find it extremely useful. And even Hema told me that it was very nice, and we both joined at the same time. I think it's almost an year now, Vijay.
Almost it's going to be, yes.
Yeah,
In the starting after pandemic, we gave the presentation to the dignity. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really nice. I think everybody should try that. And you don't even realize that 1 hour is gone. So it was very useful, and they both are very cheerful and nice, and it is nice to work with them. So I'm glad I'm part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Shobha. Thank you, Dr. Shobha, for sharing your experience with us.
Thank you very much.
Show us some exercises.
Yes, ma'am, we'll be doing it.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Sunanda, are you ready?
Yeah.
Sunanda, are you in one device or two devices?
Two devices.
Which one you want to put in spotlight?
My phone.
Yeah, can you rename it as just Sunanda?
It is saying growing young.
I am also in growing young. Wait, I will check which one is mine.
Okay, put one of it in spotlight.
Wait, I will rename mine. Yeah, Merita, can you spotlight growing young? Just growing young. Plain growing young. Yeah.
So we will start with the exercises.
Can you request the other one? The laptop. Yeah, yes. Now, okay.
Yeah. So we'll start with a small bit of exercises. So what we want you to do is join us and try doing the exercises. A quick warm up, and then we'll do some breathing exercises and a little bit of aerobics. Right? All set?
Is everyone ready?
Ready to exercise. So I am sitting on the chair, which is movable. Ideally, I would say no to it. Okay, so let's quickly start the warm up now. Stretch your legs forward and do the ankle pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now lift your leg up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now,
please, you can all try with us. We are, it's a demo, so you can try the exercises with us. Please try to do it with us.
Right. Now, all of you, please stand up. Let's do some hip rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the supporter chair and swing the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for the elbow, touch your shoulder and down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now turn your palm down and up, down, up, 3, 4, 5. Now make a fist, wrist up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let us do for the spine. Bend down as much as possible and bend back as much as possible. Down and back. Down and back. Down and back. Down and back. Now side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now twist to the right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now let's do shoulder rotation, forward rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the other hand, forward rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shrug your shoulders. Up, down, up, down. 3, 4, 5. Now rotate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we have done today now is warm up. It's a very quick warm up that we've done given the constraint of time that we have. So why we do the warm up is to just loosen the joints so that your muscles and the joints are ready for further action. Okay, so this is about the warm up now. Now let's go and start off with some breathing exercises.
Merita, can you please spotlight Vijay Balaji?
1 minute.
Yeah.
So please be seated. We'll do the breathing exercises.
So Merita Vijay Balaji, please.
Spotlight it.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, now we are going to do 2 breathing exercises. Okay, so while coming to breathing exercises, as we said, the deep breathing, we are practicing the deep breathing exercises. So while we breathe in, we are going to breathe in through the nose. While breathing out, we are going to make our lips as a pulse, and we are going to blow out slowly through that small opening like this. Okay, so breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth slowly. Okay, so for doing breathing exercises, first sit relaxedly in the chair. Relax your shoulders and sit relaxedly. Okay, now take a deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So the breathe out should be longer than the breathe in, and the end of breathing out, you should feel the sink in feeling in your upper abdomen, so that we know that we breathe out fully. Okay. Okay. Now the next exercise. Widen your legs in the chair. Okay. Now your left hand is on the chair. Hold the chair. With the left hand, hold the chair. Now I'm going to take my right hand up and twist my body towards the left. I'm going to breathe in, elbow straight. Okay. When you bend, if you bend your elbow, you will not get a stretch, right? So from here, when you are bending, the elbow has to be straight so that, you will get a very good stretching, and you can, more space to breathe in, right? And while coming down, We are going to breathe out by saying ah. The noise we are going to make ah. That ah sound should be from your abdomen, not from the throat. Okay, it is like after breathing in, it is coming from your abdomen. Try to extend the time of breathing out. Do it with me slowly. Synchronize the movement with the breathing. Okay, so that it will be rhythmic, and you will feel that rhythmic way of breathing. Ready? Now sit straight. Left hand is on the chair. Now we are going to breathe in. Breathe in. Feel the vibration. Breathe in. One more time. Breathe in.
अनिल देशमुखने राजीनामा दिला.
Vijay Balaji, please unmute yourself now. Please unmute. I think you got muted.
Okay. Now, while breathing out, we are going to say the sound of O. Okay. So right hand is on the chair. Now raise your left hand up. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Okay. So what we did now is, we did a movement with the breathing, right? We did a movement with the breathing so that we made a breathing in a rhythmic manner so that we can feel the relaxation. And at the same time, while stretching, what we are doing is we are expanding our lung capacity so that we can breathe in more air and we can breathe out fully. Okay. So like this, in a different combination of movements, by doing the breathing exercises, we can improve our lung capacity. Okay. And there are, yes, many types of breathing. As we know, like considering the time, only this much we are giving today. Now we will see the sample of aerobics, how you can do aerobics, how you can practice aerobics in a sitting position itself, and the milder way of aerobics in the standing position. We will see now. Merita, please spotlight growing young. No, good. Plain growing young. Sorry. This is me, Vijay growing young. Yeah. Good now.
Okay, all of you can be seated. Let's just do some movements with music. Just start marching. March. 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 Now we got to spread our legs and march and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to tap only at the right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the legs together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. March. Let's start with the punches now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take your hands up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take your hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. March. Join your hands together. Let's do the practice now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. March. Now just keep marching. Take your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. March. Now all of you please stand up and just keep marching. March. Now let's do the kicks now. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Take your hands up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, shoulders. Breathe in slowly and breathe out completely. And slowly be seated. So that is aerobics, a very small sample of aerobics for you. So what started with just 4 minutes, today most of our people are able to do up to 13 minutes. So even, really activity and aging is very, very strongly correlated. The more active you are, it means you can do more. So we would like to say age is just a number. So now don't mind about the age, keep staying active, keep exercising. Did you all feel your heart pumped up? Did you all feel your breathing rate increasing? Yes, that's the power of aerobics. Do we go there? Do we reach that level when we go for a walk? Are we becoming like this?
No.
Yes? No, yes. So this is the difference. Now we have, pumped you up. We want you to reach this. You are all capable of reaching this level. So that is the power of aerobics. Okay. And aerobics is not just for your heart and lungs. It actually stimulates your brain. It stimulates your brain, rewires your brain. The blood circulation improves in your brain. Your memory improves. Your stress reduces. So the multiple effects of aerobics. It's not just dancing around and having fun. It has much more value added to it, right? Can we have Vijay now?
Vijay Balaji.
I would like to ask something. How do I get into this class?
Yeah, we will tell you, ma'am. We will tell you after this,
We will share the
ma'am.
details, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. Marita, can you spotlight Vijay Balaji?
Yeah, you are in spotlight.
I do, Dr. Ratna.
Thank you very much, both of you. Done nicely, wonderful demonstration. It is very, very attractive, not only very useful. I am age
Okay.
poor. My name is Rajappan.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
How to join your class?
Yeah, I'm going to share the screen now. Yeah, I'm sharing the screen now. Yeah, see, actually, in our program, generally it's going on. So we would like to, show here also. So our program is a 3 days a week program. It's a 1 hour session. Each session is a 1 hour duration. Okay. And in the 1 hour, as Dr. Shobha said, we are dividing into 4 parts. We start with warm-up exercises. And the next session will be either breathing exercises, stretching exercises, or Alta Surya Namaskara. Okay. The other one will be aerobic exercises for 15 minutes. And the end, we will have different kind of strengthening activities. Like, it can be upper limb strengthening, lower limb strengthening, core strengthening, neck strengthening, balance and memory exercises. All the exercises are included, and each and every session will be different. We will have a different set of exercises. Otherwise, it will be bored for you all, right? We know that. So we are trying to give a, different set of exercises. So now in our session, actually, if you, you can have a free trial of that 1 hour session. Then only you will have a, good idea about it. Today, just we showed a sample of bit and, it's like a pieces here and there, only few things you have seen. Right.
Yeah,
so if you are interested, you can attend a free trial. Okay. You can call us and you can book a free trial. You can attend the 1 hour whole session to experience the program and, real experience. And after attending the trial, if you book the trial on or before 10th April, and if you are joining before 10th April, we can avail offer of 50% off on the first month fee. We can, we can reduce it 50% off. The fee is actually 3 days a week. So you will get 12 to 13 sessions per month. So the fee is 2,000 per month, actually the actual fee. Okay. So we want you all to have a pledge, I pledge, you please take this pledge. I pledge to move more for my better health. Okay, this is the message we are giving for you all today. And this is our contact details. Okay, both of our phone numbers are here. Our mail ID is here. And our website, we have a website also. You can visit our website, and we have our FB page also. You can visit our FB page also. In the name of Growing Young, we have. Now you can ask questions like question answer session. You can ask your doubts. We are open to questions now.
Do you have the classes at different timings or only one particular time?
We have the morning batches between 11:15 to 12:15, sir, in the morning. And we do have evening batch in the evening. It is between 4 to 5.
Oh, 2 batches in a day.
Morning batch, we have 2 morning batches. One batch is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And another batch is on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The evening batch is on Tuesday and Friday between 4 to 5.
But I'm in Bombay.
Yeah, it is an online program, so place is not a restriction. Actually, we have more clients from Mumbai because of this COVID, I think. You know, like you have a restriction to go out. We have more clients from Mumbai, ma'am.
So somebody has
Yes,
asked
Uma ma'am, please go ahead with your question, ma'am.
Yeah.
But how to give the money?
Online transaction, ma'am.
Huh?
Online transaction. You can transfer the money to our account.
I don't have that facility.
Maybe you can ask some of your family member or someone.
No,
Okay.
nobody is there.
Okay. Where are you from, ma'am?
I'm from Bombay.
Okay. So we accept like bank transfer or GPay or Paytm. Anything is okay. You know, kind of any online transaction.
No, online I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, Uma ma'am, you had a question. You have raised your hand.
Good evening, ma'am. That was a question. In fact, of us are defeated by this. I just have a small question to be asked, which I think so many of us faces. So though we do all this exercise in the morning, we feel very energetic. But after the lunch, after that we have a small nap, at that time when we get up, we feel very lethargic or some very lazy, alone, something. Is there any exercise that we have to do after we have the small nap in the afternoon?
Ma'am, that's what, as I told you during how to plan your exercise. So each of us will have our...
You're not audible?
Am I audible?
Yes.
I'm holding the mic. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So each of us have a different time. Even amongst kids, if you see, some kids, get up in the morning and study. Some kids are late sleepers and they find it easier to study in the night. So each person will have a different body, clock. So based on our clock, as I told you, pick up the time that is best for you to do exercise to your maximum, and you can do that. Right?
So even after the afternoon nap,
if you're feeling low after the nap, then probably just do something simple like, some breathing exercise. So all of that will not consume too much of your energy. At the same time, you will be able to exercise. So you can choose a more active thing when you're active and a little lesser thing when you're less active.
Can you mention the day and time once again in the morning? Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is one batch.
What time?
And another batch is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. It's between 11:15 a.m. to 12:15 a.m.
Excuse me.
11.
Will you be able to share it on the screen, the days and timings? Because we can't remember that.
Okay, we don't have the slide for that actually.
Or you please speak again, we will record it.
Yeah. It is just the same timing, sir. In the morning, the timing is going to be the same. It is between 11:15 to 12:15. Okay. From Monday to Saturday we have, except Sunday. From Monday to Saturday, 11:15 to 12:15 we have sessions. Okay. In the evening session, it is between 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday and Friday.
Ma'am, do you have any exercises for eyes, nose, ears, and tongue?
Eye exercise, yes, actually we are, while we are doing coordination exercises, yes, we use the eye exercises actually. Okay. For the nose, I don't know, like, we do, while we are doing the exercises, we do that nostril breathing, right? We breathe through one nose and breathe out through the other nose. Again, breathing in.
Yeah,
through the
inhale
nose
and exhale.
Yeah, that nostril breathing, we
Yeah.
call it as nostril breathing. Yeah, that exercise we usually do. Tongue, especially we don't exercise the tongue, but in breathing exercise itself, it's included, like there is a exercise called, you should stick out our tongue and roll out, and in between the gaps, you have to breathe in. That is the calming down breathing is there. So in that, it will be included.
Yeah.
I have sent to the chat box the timings. In case you have any doubt, you can check that.
Chat box.
Any other have any questions?
It was a nice one. It was a wonderful session. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so
So
much.
for you all, we are giving the message that, age doesn't matter. Please, everyone, keep doing the exercises, whatever you can. But, the only thing is, as we said, the consistency is very important, and don't do, at a time, many activities. Take it slow and, gradually increase. That is the thing, and the professional guidance, right? So the right way to do exercises is very, very important.
Ma'am, one small exercise. Early morning after having coffee, can we do the exercise?
Yes, you can do.
Yes, very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. That is one thing which gives us energy,
Yeah, you can definitely have it.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
But it is
So
11 o'clock, yeah?
As physiotherapists, what we also do is, once you are enrolling, we take a detailed medical evaluation of you, because we know that as you age, there will be some specific problems and different to each person. So we try to do an evaluation and understand your current physical fitness levels and your health status, and based on which we can always guide you during the session. Okay, so it will not be something like, you switch on the YouTube video, you watch it. We don't know whether it is right for us, whether we are doing it right. So that is not how the session is going to be there. So you will definitely get a feedback every now and then from us whenever there is a mistake done. So that's something that we do always.
Okay.
Good. That is very important.
That's very
Very nice, madam. We like it. Very good. All exercises are very nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very well explained, and good exercises also. Demonstration was nice.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Sir.
Thank you
You
all.
feel more energetic now only.
Good to know. Good to share.
That's the magic of exercise.
Yeah.
No, the
Nice, madam,
simple
nice
way
exercise.
in which you have taught
In
it
the
is,
aerobics and all.
that is very important.
Simple ways which we can do it.
Thank you so much.
Great to see the
Arabic
good
is very nice.
participation from all of you. We are very happy about it.
And you were all actually actively doing the exercises. So it was giving us a motivation to do it more, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. That motivation.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.
Right.
Thank
That
you.
is the advantage, when we are doing in the group, that motivation will come. When we are doing it alone at home, we will not get that motivation to do the exercises.
Yes, very right.
Right. So when we are in a group, when we do that only, we will get that motivation. Okay, we can do that,
Very slow. We can't do alone, because with group we are very happy.
Right.
Correct.
Yes, you're right. You're right. We will be, we will have some kind of an extra energy to do when we are in the group.
Yes, true.
So, what we are seeing, in our session, in our online session itself, we have clients from, different states. The talking time is very less. When you are entering, for the first 5 minutes, everyone say good morning, right? When they are signing off, they'll say, okay, thank you, like that. But in that interaction itself, we are seeing, very good, bind up between them, and they are also very happy about it, actually.
Yeah.
That is the good thing about this.
Yes.
Your program very well scientifically designed, ma'am.
what we see is that, the splitting of the headline that you showed us, okay, right from breathing to stretching, the strengthening,
Yes.
like that what you showed is the real very aerobic, very systematic approach. I think you have
Hello.
training of the
Thank
people.
you. Thank you very much.
I wanted to ask you a question. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
Meena, ma'am.
Suppose you have any back problem or any knee problem, then only you can do all these exercises.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we said. We will do the evaluation. If somebody with a problem, if they are enrolling with us, what we are doing is we will first evaluate them, and we will know the limitation of them, and we will know the medical background of them, and we will instruct them clearly that during the session what they can do, what they cannot do. While we both are logging in two devices, we are keep monitoring everyone while they are doing the exercises, and we will instruct them clearly that this exercise you can do and this exercise you cannot do. And other thing is, when you are having mild back problems and all, while we are doing these exercises, they are getting better.
Okay.
We teach, as a physiotherapist, we teach the specific knee strengthening exercises, the specific low back strengthening exercises. We can, do that also. That is the good thing about us.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
We are really glad to see such an active participation from so many of you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for the nice, very
It's
nice
a wonderful
program.
session.
Thank you.
So can we conclude the session by vote of thanks?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Triveni ma'am?
Yes. First, we have to. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
We are telling about pandemic every time now, or very often. But we have to thank only. During this pandemic only, we are fortunate to have such a wonderful program. If not that, we will not come to know. We will not get opportunity like this. Are you agree? Do you agree all?
Yes.
Myself. Then I would like to say that we are all grateful to Sunanda and Vijay Balaji for analyzing the role of exercise and mental well-being, that too, to make seniors growing young.
Yes.
And we are all inspired by your great words, presentation, such a way, explained in such a way, we all could get information, very useful. Because you said no stimulated brain, because doing this aerobic exercise, right?
Yes.
I hope everyone in this forum will agree by clapping.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
On behalf of all members of Dignity Foundation, we would like to thank Sunanda and Vijay Balaji being with us this evening. It is a great pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
ma'am.
you. It's our pleasure as well, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Mary.